Hello everybody, how's it going? This is MrYourWilly, and I'm here to give you guys a tutorial on the chat system in our server. Now, do wish to apologize, it is very late. It's actually 4:30 in the morning. This is server time, so not real time. And so it's extremely late for me, so I'm really tired. But I had to get this finished now because for those of you who are on my server and been on my server, we used to use a plugin called mchat, and that's what we used for our chat functions, as well as townie nation chat and global chat and shouting. Unfortunately, none of those are working thanks to 1.1 being updated and the plugins removing them from their options. So I had to resort to downloading a new plugin, which means a little bit of learning for all of you. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through everything that you need to know to learn how to use the new chat commands. Now, first off, you can see what chat channels you belong to by /chlist. Now, you guys will see global, local, and help me. If you're a serf, which means you've just joined the server, you haven't filled out any information on the forums at andoria.crazyforus.com, you will see just serf, which means you can talk to serf people, which is awesome for you because, you know, serfs are awesome to talk to yourself. Now, if you become a commoner, you can no longer talk to the serf channel. You can only talk to this group, which means you can't hear people from the serf channel either. GMs, on the other hand, can hear from the serfs, talk to serfs, and all that. So if you need to ask a question when you just join the server, you can ask, and a GM will be able to answer you if he's available and has some time to. Now, how do you actually use these commands? Well, first off, when you normally talk, you talk as a local. So here's the world that you're in. Right now I'm in the world Tekka, which is a GM world. This is the channel that you're in. This is your name, obviously, and this is what you say. Now, L is for local, G is for global, and HM is for help me. Now, if you need to talk into another channel, so let's say the help me channel, there's a few ways you can do this. The easiest way is just typing in /HM for help me, and then talk. Now, help me is meant for you to reach a GM for a very specific need. You're stuck, or there's a bug that you need to address to us, or something like that. Do not use the help me command for anything other than that. Normal conversations, that kind of thing, don't use it for. Why? Well, as a GM, you know, we fade out the global and local chat sometimes when we're busy with things, but when we see this blue help me, we know somebody needs help. It's also worldwide, so it doesn't matter where we are, we'll hear you. So make sure that you use it respectfully. Now, anybody will also hear that too. So if they know the answer, they can answer it for you. Now, global is the same way. /G would be for global. And once again, not talking is local. Now, as you can see right here, it says no one hears you. Well, the reason is local is only 500 blocks. If there's no player within that 500 blocks, it'll tell you no one hears you. If you have somebody within that 500 blocks, that message will not show up, which means you're talking to at least somebody. It's a good indicator. If you're talking to somebody and maybe they teleported to another world, or they just got outside your range, you know that they aren't picking up the messages you were telling them. When that happens, you can switch to global chat, or better yet, if you're talking to a specific person, you want a PM. So /PM, the player name. So I'll just use Jim here. You don't need to type in the full name, you just need the first couple letters. And then he got the message from you. Now, if you're replying to a message like this message up here that he sent me, you can type in /R and then whatever you want, and that will send a message directly to the last person to PM you. Now, let's say you're a normal chat and somebody, your next door neighbor maybe, is talking to his friend, and you know he's kind of getting on your nerves for whatever reason. You can ignore him. So it's just /ch ignore and their name. Now if they're offline, you have to type in their full name. So, this would ignore Majestic Winds. When he logs on and says something, I don't hear him in local, global, or help me chat. Now, if the person's online, you can just type in part of their name. So now I'm ignoring that person. I won't hear or see anything that they say in local, global, or help me. I will see what they say if they PM me. So if you're ignoring a specific person because they're getting on your nerves, and so they're just saying stuff locally, and then they start PMing you and you tell them to stop, ask a GM and we'll mute them globally and correct the problem. Now if you've been ignored by somebody, that means you're getting on their nerves. So the best thing to do, stop talking to them. Now if you want to remove that ignore, like maybe they made up to you, they gave you some bread or cookies or whatever, you can retype in their name. Now once again, if they're online, you can type in part of their name, but if they're offline, you have to type in their full name again. And now they're no longer on the ignore list. Now a few other cool things that you can do. One, let's say you want to talk in global chat with like a group of people, like maybe you're in Baldric and a couple of your friends who are all talking are in another world. You can actually toggle it. Now you can toggle this by /ch space and the group. So you can just type in G or global, either one works. And now you're chatting in global chat. So no matter what I say now, it'll always be in global chat. I don't have to type anything beforehand. If I want to chat back into nation chat or local chat, I can type in CHL. And now I'm back into the local chat. So now whatever I say is only in local. Try not to toggle into global chat if you're talking to somebody who's within 500 blocks of you. If I notice that you're talking to one person, or like you're talking and it seems to me like a one-sided conversation because they're replying to you locally and you're talking globally, I will warn you. But try and only talk locally as much as you can, and use global chat only when they're too far away from you or you're talking to a group of people. Now, let's say you're working on a project and you don't want to be spammed with these messages. Like maybe you want to remove global chat because you're working on your house and you keep hearing like all these conversations and you're just not interested at the moment. You can type in /ch leave and the chat group, and now I've left global. Type ch list here again. You'll see I can still see global here, but it doesn't have the asterisk at the end. That means I'm actually part of this group. So now that I'm no longer a part of it, I will no longer see any messages from this group. So, I'm done with my project. I want to join again. There's two ways you can do it. One is ch join, and then the group name. This will just join you to the group. It won't actually do anything. You're still talking in local chat or whatever chat you were in before, but you're actually now see it in the list as a part. I'm just going to leave it once more. And let's say you wanted to join the group and also toggle it at the same time. /ch and then G. Now you've joined the group again and you're chatting in it. So now when I talk, I'm talking in the global chat. So, to switch what chat group you're in again, you can also CHL. There we go. And now I'm in local again. But that joins and now you're chatting in it. So those are some of the commands that you can use for chatting with people. I hope that this tutorial kind of helped you out in understanding the new chatting mechanics. Not too much has changed in the way of the order. It's just changed on how you do it. So if you have any questions, comment below or ask me on the server. Either way, I shall talk to you all later. This is MrYourWilly signing off.